future of globalization over the coming 10 to 15 years could be more productive and more disruptive than we expect. Rapidly emerging and expanding technologies are creating the infrastructure for a new hyper-digital, hyper-globalized economy and society. These changes could bring unprecedented improvements in human well-being, overcoming scarcity for billions and bringing ingenuity and innovation to overcome global problems. However, these changes could also greatly accelerate inequality, instability, polarization, and mistrust, leading to further political backlash and conflict. The outcome will depend on the choices we make and on the policies that turn these choices into action. Let's explore some plausible futures from the perspective of work, firms, and communities.
Hi, I'm Zaid, and I'm one of hundreds of millions of people whose work is now coordinated through an online virtual agency, allowing me to work for employers anywhere in the world. For many people, this new way of working has shaken up their lives because it has put them in direct competition with workers around the world. It has reduced their earnings or resulted in unpredictable work and financial instability. But I'm fortunate. I work for a new type of online agency that helps me balance flexibility and stability in my work. It guarantees me a minimum amount of work and comprehensive health insurance. It connects me with global employment opportunities I would never have found on my own. And it automatically links me with government support from the various countries where I work and live. Best of all, the agency software continually assesses my abilities and connects me with free virtual learning. This way, I can keep my skills ahead of the increasing number of things that computers can do better than humans.
Now let's imagine a firm in 2030.
Hi, I'm Ling, and I'm celebrating because the firm I started with 2 friends only 7 months ago just reached 100 million customers. Our success came in part from hard work and good ideas, but it was largely made possible thanks to an open infrastructure of digitally connected technologies. We started with a new combination of publicly available software, blockchains, and huge quantities of free data. We were then able to directly access consumers around the world and deliver cheaply to them using local 3D printing and automated delivery robots. This efficiency made our product 1/10 the cost of our closest competitors, and we won a rapidly growing market share. Despite its widespread popularity with consumers, our product faces a backlash from the firms we're displacing and their workers. We're just a small part of a wave of disruption that is sweeping across most established firms and industries around the world. Governments everywhere are grappling with how to balance the benefit of new products and lower prices with the sudden loss of jobs and tax revenues from affected local firms. However, my biggest challenge is from even lower-cost competitors. Some of these are fully automated firms that exist just as software in the cloud and are maintained by volunteers. I know our profits may be short-lived, so I'm already dreaming up our next venture.
Finally, let's imagine a community in 2030.
Hi, I'm Nicola, and I'm a local politician in a small town that has suffered decades of economic decline and migration to big cities. Our community was struggling, and frustration was high. But things are changing. There was a housing affordability crisis in the capital, and the government responded with a new national strategy. This made it easier for people to relocate to lower-cost regions of the country. And the rise of virtual work means more people can choose to live anywhere. My town council took up the challenge, investing in digital infrastructure such as high-speed internet connections needed to attract virtual workers to settle in our community. We built a local renewable energy grid and used self-driving vehicles to create a low-cost public transit system. Developments in remote healthcare now allow all but the most complicated medical interventions to be performed at our local health clinic. Most importantly, our town invested in quality of life and in working together to build a common sense of community with all our new neighbors.
None of these stories are predictions, but thinking about them can help us prepare for opportunities and challenges that may lie ahead. It can also help us to imagine new policy solutions. For example, should governments collaborate with online labor market platforms to advance policy objectives? These objectives might include securing worker rights, improving skills, or increasing access to government supports. Should governments tackle inequality by actually promoting disruptive innovation in areas where lower prices would especially benefit the poor, such as in housing, education, and access to the internet and financial services? Should governments adopt strategies that make it easier for virtual workers to live in smaller towns and rural areas, thereby reversing urbanization, revitalizing declining regions, and reducing wealth inequalities due to rising real estate values? In these times of rapid change and uncertainty, it is more important than ever to bring foresight into policymaking to help humanity face and shape the future.